Hi Kajol, welcome.
Thank you.
You're looking stunning as ever. What's the secret?
I think a healthy lifestyle more than anything else. Thank you.
But even along the years, the way you've maintained yourself, the way you've looked, what have you really done?
You know, it's more that I have just done just that little bit that you do every day. I think that works where your body is concerned and your relationships are concerned and your face is concerned. So it's a threesome thing really. So you do that little bit every day and everything just works out fine.
But as an actress, don't you feel the pressure, more of a pressure to look good all the time?
Of course there is, definitely there is that pressure. And you have that, you worry about, whether you have to constantly have great skin, constantly have, a glowing face all the time because you're, always either you're on camera or you're caught off camera.
And at the airport, you're supposed to look your best, right? So,
yeah. So, it's difficult after a 24-hour flight, but we try.
In fact, you've gone through so many of those stages, Post-marriage, you made a comeback, then with your first child, second one. So how difficult has it been every time for you as an actress and as a woman who has to always look good?
Well, I think it gets progressively more difficult, really, because as you say that you go through your pregnancy and, you're facing all these new things that are happening in your body and around you. And, the way people look at you changes. And the way you look at yourself changes. And, again, I say that as long as you're doing that little bit every day and just concentrate on that and, take care of yourself, drink a lot of water, all that. I think, just being just little careful every day makes so much of a difference in the long run, really.
But you've generally been, very easy with the way you carry yourself, very comfortable with the person you are, the way you look. So, has it been like?
It has. I think even the fact that you are comfortable with yourself, however comfortable I may be at the end of the day, but I know at the end of the day that I'm going to be standing in front of God knows how many people are going to be watching me on TV or on film or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's difficult to relate to that, and it's difficult. You have body image issues at that point.
Yeah.
You do. Everybody does.
Yeah.
You all feel like, oh my God, I could have looked better there, or I could have looked better here. You always feel that. But as long as, I think, as long as you don't worry too much about it, you'll be fine. As long as you like yourself just as you are, you may not, like a certain dress or a certain way your dress falls or, whatever. But at the end of the day, if you like yourself, you will like the way you are. You won't have too many issues at least.
But after you made your various comebacks, has it ever happened that you've seen the mirror and said, oh my God, I can't go on test looking like this? Has that moment ever happened?
No, not really.
I was reading somewhere where you said that you were planning to retire at 24. Aren't you glad you didn't because you're looking so good now?
Well,
and you've done so much of work since then.
I really think that, when I was 24 years old, I was getting married at that time. And I was tired of working. I was working since I was 16 and I was just like, I'm tired now. I need a break. I need to retire. I want to go to cruise. I want to be old at 24. And at that point in time, I thought that,
ready to call
now,
it quits.
yeah, I can just I'm cool now. I can just chill out. And I did. I chilled out a lot after that. I decided to do one film a year and all that. So it was a good decision.
Has motherhood changed you?
I think motherhood changes everybody. Who hasn't it changed? It's an intrinsic change inside you. And it's something... it's a very, I think it's a genetic change, it's a DNA change. From a normal human woman, you become a mother, and that's the first and foremost thing in your life. For the rest of your life, you will always be a mother first. And after that, everything else.
What was your first Bollywood or, that kind of moment?
First, my Bollywood moment?
Yeah, the first movie you saw, the first time it actually struck you.
I've kind of grown up in it, so I don't really know what my first moment was. It was always something that was always there, present in my life, because of my mother, because of my father. So it's always been something that's, that's been always there. It's there at in the background, somewhere or the other. So I've never really had a Bollywood moment, as you put it.
You've done some very strong women-oriented roles, and now suddenly we are very open to kind of the roles women play on screen. Like the kind of roles that Vidya Balan's doing, that Karina's doing. Right. And they're almost saying like we have a female hero all over again.
Yeah. I think it's fantastic. I think the fact that, that somebody can do a film like A Dirty Picture and, etc. I think it's brilliant. I really think that the fact that the films like that are being written and made are absolutely wonderful and great going. I think it's amazing.
You think the girls of today are more prepared than the time that you've come
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think they have to be more prepared because I think the audience is more critical today. I think the audience has changed as well, and the audience is definitely not going to let you go. They're not willing to give you that leeway to get better in your second film. They make that decision in the first film itself, and that's it.
What has been unchanged about Kajol from the beginning to now, other than the way your skin looks?
A lot. I wouldn't say that my skin hasn't changed. My skin has definitely changed. My skin has grown up with me, and but fortunately for me, that it's still looking good, whatever it may be. It's still aged gracefully.
Yeah. But have you ever tried to look very young? I have to look like 10 years younger than my age, because that conscious thing that women always go through at a certain age.
No, I haven't tried to look 10 years younger than my age. I'm very happy at the age that I am right now, and I'm not. I don't want to be 16 anymore. I don't. I was happy at 16, and I'm happy at where I am today as well.
And even the kind of roles you do kind of totally fits in with where you are in life, right?
Definitely. I think it should. It should always.
And what's the sweetest compliment Ajay has ever paid you?
Sweetest compliment that he's ever paid me? He's a man of very few words. Compliments don't really come into that. But I think that the nicest compliment that anybody has ever given me was actually a lady who came up to me, and she told me that, she says, I have a daughter, and I hope that when my daughter grows up, she grows up to be like you. And I said, I'm an actress. I mean, how do you know what I'm like as a person? And she turned around and she told me, I know you. I know the kind of person you are, and I just hope that, even with all your little faults and whatever, I hope she grows up to be like you. And that was just the nicest thing that somebody ever said to me.
Really sweet. Any pressures of being a star mom?
No.
Is Nysa conscious?
My daughter is enough. There are lots of pressures to being a mother, and I don't need to add the star attached to it.
Does she know this aura that comes with you?
It is difficult for her. It is definitely difficult for her because she has to deal with it in school and everywhere else. But especially when we travel and things like that. But it's okay. She has to grow into it, and it's something that she has to get used to.
that she finds Ajay's film cooler than yours.
Yes, she does. According to her, I don't do good movies. No, I should do more of Golmaal, and I should do more of, funny films where I can make people laugh and where I am laughing instead of crying, of course.
Thanks so much, Kajol. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Hi, this is Sonu Sood, and subscribe to Zoom TV's channel on YouTube.